How many of you heard the story about the man who cried about not having any shoes until he met the man who didn't have any feet? There's a German word that's called schadenfreude, where basically it means that we will get our happiness based off of someone else's misery. And here's a story that I want to share with you. A few months ago, I'm in a class back in college, and so I'm in class, and a professor that I highly respect, highly regard, think the world of her. Um, I'm in a class, and I use a wheelchair for those who don't know. I'm paraplegic, sustained a spinal cord injury when I was really young. And so I'm in class, I wheel into the class, and again, I want to full disclosure, I really, really admire this professor. So I come into the class, and she's having a lecture on gratitude and what are we thankful for. And I'm sitting in the front of the classroom, and the professor goes, "One of the things I'm grateful for is that I'm not in a wheelchair." And I'm looking around like, what did she just say out of her mouth? And I look at her, I'm like, hello, like, do you not realize what you just said? And she caught herself. And she was super, super apologetic and just told me, Hashim, how can I make it up? I really did not mean that. Da da da. That came out the wrong way. And it got into a long debate. But it really got me to thinking about how we, and this is not to pick on her because we're all guilty of it to a certain extent, right? How is it that we find our happiness based off of someone else's misfortune? And so the message for today is I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but I don't know if that's the best way for us as human beings to truly express our gratitude. So I may be a paraplegic, meaning that I can't use my legs in the same way because of my spinal cord injury. But does that now make me turn around and say, well, at least my situation is not like dot, dot, dot? But how does that make that other person feel, whether or not they ever hear it or not? But at the end of the day, I'm basing my happiness because I'm not like that person. And so here's the message for the day: we should learn how to be grateful for the sake of being grateful. We should learn how to be thankful just for being thankful, right? Because in reality is we can't really list all of the things that we are really blessed for. We're gonna say, "Oh, I'm alive. I can see. I can hear. I can smell. I got this. I got that. I got that. I got that." They said if the ocean was ink, we'd run out of ink trying to thank God for His goodness. So you can't really list and enumerate all of the blessings that you have. So as opposed to saying you're grateful for X, Y, and Z, because at least you're not like that person or you don't have that condition. Just say, you know what? You can look up in the sky and just say thank you, and that'll be enough. And so that's something for us all to learn how to incorporate, just to be grateful, but not grateful as somebody else's misfortune. And so the German word is schadenfreude. And so I'm thankful.